Reason for John Cena's absence from WWE. Charlotte Flair. Response on body shaming. Cody Rhodes admits drunk texting. Steve Blackman talks about airport brawl with JBL, and much more. So let's talk about it. Reason for John Cena's absence from WWE. John Cena defended the undisputed WWE title against CM Punk at Night of Champions, and then he vanished. No Raw, no SmackDown, no sign of the Cenation leader. But now we've got the update fans have been waiting for. According to reports, Cena's not injured or taking time off. He's just handling some outside commitments. NJ.com confirms he's in New Jersey right now, filming his new Netflix comedy movie, Little Brother. Yep, classic Cena, jumping from ring to Hollywood set like it's nothing. What makes this even more interesting? SummerSlam is also happening in New Jersey, and Cena's set to headline it against the 2025 King of the Ring, Cody Rhodes. A full circle moment, considering Cena took the title from Cody back at WrestleMania 41. So far, Cena's only confirmed WWE return is July 18th on SmackDown, just one show before the biggest title defense of his recent run. Will he be ready, or is the American Nightmare about to take everything back? MJF says he's a Hall of Famer. He's 29, never wrestled in WWE, and already thinks he belongs in the Hall of Fame. That's MJF for you. Always loud, always confident, and somehow never completely wrong. On The Masked Man show, the former AEW World Champion made a bold claim that's got the wrestling world buzzing. I'm 29 years old. I'm a freak. I'm a young genius. I'm the most complete professional wrestler the sport has probably ever seen. And the coolest thing is I've already had a Hall of Fame career, and I'm not even 30 yet. And here's the kicker. He's done it all without the WWE machine behind him. And I've only wrestled outside of WWE. When you skip names in professional wrestling that were not a part of that monopoly that became household names, guys, I can't leave my goddamn house. If I leave my house, people are mauling me, right? Love him or hate him, you've got to respect the hustle. MJF made himself a star. No Raw, no SmackDown, just grit, heat, and a mic that should probably come with a warning label. He's set to face Mystico this weekend at AEW All in Texas. Let's see if the Hall of Fame talk keeps getting louder. Charlotte Flair response on body shaming. Ahead of WWE Evolution 2, the 14-time Women's World Champion shared a brutally honest essay with the Players Tribune. She didn't dodge the hate. She walked right into it. Flair opened up about the pain of being picked apart online for years, especially about her looks. She recalled being in the best shape of her life only to read things like, her whole body is fake. She looks like her dad in a wig. Yeah, people really say that. Charlotte responded with raw honesty. I've dealt with stuff like that my whole career, but I try not to take it personally, but it really is wild. And then came the most human part. Charlotte Flair, she's the queen, but I'm not Charlotte Flair. I'm Ashley, and I've fought hard to love the woman I see in the mirror, not because of what she looks like, but because of what she's been through. Wrestling fans often forget there's a real person behind the character. This was Ashley Flair reminding the world she's more than the queen. She's a survivor. Natalya speaks about her independent wrestling run. The former Divas and Tag Team Champion has quietly been carving a new legacy in 2025 outside the WWE bubble. Her journey started at Josh Barnett's Bloodsport, a no-ropes, no-nonsense war zone. Natty faced Miyu Yamashita and said, Bloodsport is really that dungeon style. That was my first show in 18 years outside of WWE, and I needed to do that. Then came NWA, where she wrestled Kenzie Page and called the moment a dream come true. And most recently, she main evented Booker T's all-women's reality of wrestling show, going toe-to-toe with Promise Braxton. She pushed me to my limit. That match gave me more than just adrenaline. It gave me fuel. But the quote that shook everyone came next. I didn't need another championship. I needed to be someone else, and I don't sleep well at night. I truly fear being mediocre. And no, she's not leaving WWE. In fact, Triple H and Nick Khan gave her full support. She's coming back with fire. And Evolution 2 might just be the start of something terrifying for the rest of the women's division. Cody Rhodes admits drunk texting. On the latest episode of his podcast, What Do You Want to Talk About?, Cody Rhodes gave fans a hilarious and wholesome peek into what really goes down in his group chats with fellow wrestlers, and how he keeps things from turning toxic. What's my rule in the group chat when we say something? Cody asked. You have to say something nice. We could bury someone for days, but you had to say one nice thing, at least one. Simple rule, but it says a lot. He explained he doesn't like when everyone piles on someone for saying something dumb online. I don't like gang warfare. NXT's Ricky Saints jokingly called him out for breaking his own rule. I never hear you say something nice first. But then the vibe shifted, and Cody got real. This is probably an overshare, but I think Miz figured it out. I still will every now and then get drunk and just text them and tell them how good of wrestlers they are. One random night, he even messaged Kofi Kingston just to say how proud he was. No drama, no reason, just love. Cody's building a locker room culture that hits different. One roast sandwich and emotional drunk text at a time. Scott Stanford retires from WWE. Scott Stanford, the voice behind countless WWE shows, has officially called it a wrap. After 15 years with the company, Stanford posted a heartfelt goodbye video on Twitter showing himself leaving the WWE studios for the final time. His caption said it all. When you walk out of the studio on your last day, a WWE 15-year run, nothing but love. Hope to make it back one day. A Triple H, Steph McMahon, and Heyman Hustle. Stanford first stepped into the WWE world in 2009, hosting Bottom Line before jumping into commentary on WWE Superstars with Jerry the King Lawler. And over the years, if there was a kickoff panel or studio show, Scott was probably leading it. Raw Talk, Afterburn, This Week in WWE, and nearly every premium live event, the guy was everywhere. Always sharp, always professional. A human WWE encyclopedia. While there's no word yet on what's next, his message makes one thing clear. This isn't a bitter exit. The door's still open. For now, the mic's off, but something tells us Scott Stanford's not done talking just yet. Sheamus was almost introduced as Hornswoggle's sidekick. Imagine this. Sheamus debuting on WWE TV. Not as a beast, not as a warrior, but as part of a trio with Finlay and Hornswoggle. Yeah, that almost happened. On Cheap Heat Live, Sheamus revealed what could have been one of the weirdest debuts ever. I was supposed to go back for Christmas. I think I was there in FCW a year, and then all of a sudden I was told, oh, I'm going to debut with Finlay and Hornswoggle, who was in an angle with Mark Henry and Tony Atlas at the time, so I was like, oh shti, I better get ready for that. And then that didn't happen. Wild. Instead of being shoved into a mid-card comedy angle, Sheamus debuted solo on ECW in June 2009, and just 6 months later, he beat John Cena to become WWE champion. That's not just a debut, that's a rocket strapped to your back. Looking back, Sheamus says he's grateful for how things played out, and honestly, so are we. Because the Celtic Warrior could have been Hornswoggle's tall cousin, and thank God that never happened. Steve Blackman talks about airport brawl with JBL. On Chris Van Vliet's podcast, the former WWE star opened up about that real-life airport fight with JBL, and it's even crazier than the rumors. It started mid-flight. JBL and one of the other guys kept throwing stuff up a few rows and hit me in the head. I'm trying to sleep. I walk back and say, I've had enough. Then they do it again. Blackman kept his cool until they landed in St. Louis. Bradshaw comes up and stands beside me, bumps me. I handed my sunglasses to one of the guys and backhanded him from the floor. I turned around, went 1, 2, uppercut, then bomb. He went flat on his back at baggage claim. There were 500 people there. Chaos followed. Blackman tripped on a bag, JBL swung back, and the brawl spilled all over baggage claim until other wrestlers pulled them apart. Vince's reaction? Steve, Sunday morning in the airport? That's great. Blackman replied, I'm sorry it happened in the airport. Can't say it won't ever happen again, but I can promise it won't happen in the airport. JBL later walked into the cafeteria ready to fight again, until Blackman made him apologize in front of everyone. Both men were fined, pulled off TV for a month. Insane story. Brutal honesty. So, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe the channel for more wrestling news videos, and WrestleBuzz will be back with another video soon.